And we're live.
Good evening, world. Welcome to another episode of Shadows of New Orleans. We are doing a fun little social scene at the crossroads. Um, Big Mac is going to be sitting in front of the crossroads, eating a Big Mac. It looks kind of squished.
Is there a sound that says
Over
no?
her ears.
I was asking if there was a sound saying no outside food.
I have no idea. But she's got her headphones on, and as she's eating and she's singing with her mouth full, you'll hear like this girl sitting and leaning against the wall. Cheeseburger in paradise. Just enjoying her Big Mac.
So I finally have that power.
Cheeseburger in paradise.
Sorry, I should have done this already, but I didn't.
The Walkman has like glitter glued to it. You can tell that it's cheesily decorated.
Wrong button. Oops. So, Big Mac sees a woman in a tight black bodysuit with a gray trench coat walking by, who kind of stops and stares at her, kind of tilts her nose to the music and nods along to the music.
Big Mac kind of stares at her, and you can see her eyes actually move, like she's looking at like the skin tight outfit, like she's not entirely sure what to think of this. And as she stares at her, she shoves another mouthful of this crunched burger in there, and you can probably hear her chewing on it.
Mm-hmm. And the woman just says, fancy some company? Her voice, to note, does have a very strange accent, but you can't quite like place it.
Sure, if you don't mind sitting on a corner eating some cheeseburgers with a little old me, she says as she takes another bite, and her mouth was still full from the previous bite.
And she'll sit down. It is like no, when she sits down, like she just kind of like folds her legs as she's standing and just kind of slides down, like very, very quickly, and says,
Oh, the thing you're describing, I know how to do that. You cross and weight with your thighs as you sit down.
Yeah, that's what she does. And she just kind of crosses her arms in front of her, like at the wrists, and kind of just like plays with the grass as she's sitting there, kind of watching Big Mac. I think so. I think you, when she talks, you have a chance to see him.
Okay.
Well, since I can't actually fucking roll, Jones is gonna come in as his usual self and not under Obfuscate 3 like I wanted to do.
Rip.
So he's dressed up all in black with a black trench coat, black band, every inch of his skin and body so that no one can see the ugly, horrible mess that he is underneath.
Big Mac's gonna have a strange day having two strangers in trench coats come up to her.
Kind of.
Right?
Yeah. My character's met Jones before.
Yeah.
Elizabeth's gonna show up. Sorry, it took me like 10 years to remember her name. But Elizabeth shows up. She recognizes Jones. And Big Mac. Hi. Step by and say hi.
Jones will wave. Also be moving towards the corner where Serena is.
And she looks up, waves at Jones.
He waves back.
Y'all know
And
each
then
other?
Oh yes, we know each other. She says as she continues staring at Big Mac without blinking. Like this woman does not blink. That would be one thing Big Mac could easily notice.
Are you high?
I don't know why you would think that, but no, I am not.
Why do you keep staring at me with those lifeless eyes?
Blinks again. My eyes are very pretty. They're not lifeless.
Okay, lady. Burger?
I beg your pardon. Out of character, it lagged a bit.
It's okay. She just kind of like looks around.
So Elizabeth's gonna ask if we can attend the festival.
Would this be?
The one to save the tree and piss off a bunch of government officials by using words like scientific-based evidence.
She tilts her head to the side a bit. What tree? Is there a particular tree that's good looking that you would say? Perhaps it holds the feng shui of the city together, as they say.
Oh, it's a beautiful tree.
Is it?
It is. You know, I'm trying to say it dead.
See,
Just so I can.
I'm having trouble. Somebody to like brew for the festival. Not brew for the festival, brew enough for the festival. Anybody?
You having trouble finding what?
Somebody to brew booze for the festival. Brew enough
Brew booze?
booze.
Don't know anybody. We tried talking to There's got to be a brewery or something in town.
Like, there's people willing to do it, but they won't be able to produce enough.
So contact a lot of them. Out of it.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Who has the best beer in New Orleans?
Yeah. That's a good idea, man. She kind of like starts looking at him. No, that's a great idea. Like,
I mean, I don't have any interest in the tree myself, so you guys do what you do.
Ed.
Serena just kind of tilts her head to the other side watching the group.
Regardless of its life or death status. Tree.
yeah, well, we all got our things, man.
It's fair.
But
You got your sewage eating competition. I got my tree.
I don't eat sewage.
I mean, I don't really see how it's hurting anybody anyway. Isn't it like it's in the middle of the park? But,
Parks. That just makes me think of children and dogs and people. Serena says, and she kind of wrinkles her nose.
yeah, dogs and people go in the park.
It's almost like it's a park. Do such a thing as. Oh, sorry.
Public area, you know.
But the
Also,
dogs
yes.
shit. The dogs shit everywhere, and it smells.
And like behind Jones's back, she points at him. I'm assuming he smells like sewage.
No, he's actually pretty clean. I didn't take the environment to smell like it. So he makes an effort to. Because even if he can't smell it, other people can.
He's just pulling your leg.
Yeah.
And Serena just starts playing with the grass again.
I never get your name, she'll say to Big Mac. I know we met briefly at the tree, but
He extends a hand and it has some Big Mac sauce on it. I'm Rayanne.
she'll look at your hand. I want to shake your hand, but I'm Elizabeth.
Nice to meet you, Elizabeth. And she says it as she looks at her hand and shrugs and licks the Big Mac sauce off of it.
I'm Jones. Most people call me Jones. In fact, everyone calls me Jones.
She kind of looks him up and down. Jones suits you. Yeah, suits you.
Thank you. Big Mac suits you.
Ah, it does. Delightful sandwiches.
Serena's head just tilts the other way. No, she did not give her name.
And Big Mac kind of looks at Serena. Leather Lucy, you got a name?
You can call me Serena.
Serena, huh?
Yes.
So, Serena, don't take this the wrong way, but what's up with the leather bodysuit? Are you like a dominatrix or something?
She kind of thinks for a second and says, no, but that's a good idea. Thank you.
You probably make good money at it.
Big
That's what I'm
Mac
thinking.
raises an eyebrow.
And then she looks back to Big Mac and says, no, I just wear it because it's comfortable.
Doesn't it like stick to you?
No.
What about when you sweat?
Lubrication.
What about lubrication? I don't know, man. I'd feel weird in it. It'd be all sticky and feel like it would just like peel right off, like get stuck and you'd have a while peeling it off. I don't know. I mean, if you like it, that's fine. It just doesn't settle right. I would never wear it. Looks good on you though.
She nods. Thank you. Should probably be better called Literal Lucy out of character. So, what are you doing hanging out here? Is this just your favorite sleeping spot or something? She kind of says, looking over to Big Mac.
No, I find a box and sleep in that some nights. I just pace, chill, enjoy my sandwich, jam some tunes. She points to the headsets that are now around her neck. Holds up the tape cassette Walkman.
Walkman?
Hell yeah, it is! Want to give it a listen?
Pass, thank you.
She shrugs.
Hey, John, do you have any contacts in the media?
No. It looks like he actually has to think about it for a second. Like, who do I have contacts in? No, I don't.
Need to find somebody with contacts in the media. Probably anybody that you come in contact with.
Finger. He seems to have his fingers in a lot of places.
I don't know who that is.
Wait, you guys know a guy named Finger? And she holds up her pointer finger and just kind of wiggles it
Yeah, that's what people call him.
inappropriately.
Oh, yeah.
For that guy.
Okay, so I don't know who that is.
I don't know if Serena here knows anybody or Big Mac in the media.
I was gonna try my
And she
finger.
just looks up. Kind of leans in. Why would I? Yeah.
Funsies?
A lot of people come from You're fine.
And then she just kind of shrugs and nods.
Why are we standing out on the street corner? Inside yet?
I was looking for Jones.
I don't think I
He's
can buy
kind of-
anything if I go inside. I just have my. She holds up what's left of the Big Mac.
I'll cover you.
That's awfully nice of you. She holds out her arms to hug Elizabeth.
Please don't touch me. I don't like being touched.
Oh, all right. Thanks. She legitimately seems like grateful.
So, I guess Elizabeth and Big Mac to the bar.
She kind of glances at Jones and Serena.
Jones was strong.
Jones and
Jones was strong.
Mistress, you coming?
She kind of looks down at her. Oh, sorry.
St. Jones will shrug and follow.
Serena kind of looks at her watch. Says, since I have a little bit of time, I'm actually going to look into the dominatrix thing. Thank you. She says as she nods at Big Mac. And she's going to get up and head out. Because you successfully distracted her.
Jones will look at her and say, "Oh, tell our mutual friend that we need to have a discussion later."
She nods and says, I will. As she heads out.
Good night. Good luck with the dominatrix stuff. She
Thank
calls
you.
loudly.
She's just going to kind of a quiet thank you as she walks away. Because I'm going to bring Jackson in because Serena's kind of completely out of her element. But it'll take a bit, so.
That's fine. Oh. So, I don't think I've ever been in this joint before. What's it like?
I haven't either.
I don't think I have either.
Jones? Have you?
Don't believe so. Remember, and I don't. So I haven't.
All right.
I'll
Big
go
Mac will
get
kind of
some table.
sweet.
Go get me some nachos.
Alright.
Wait, no, that's a bad idea.
Why is it a bad idea? Nachos are awesome.
I get real sick to my stomach pretty easy.
Oh, you're one of those people that got a sensitive stomach.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It does. I love food.
Big Macs are my. They're just my favorite thing ever. Got addicted to them when I was living.
And you're living what?
When I was living out in the windy, Chicago.
Sorry, like, our computer must have cut out because
You just said it like cut out right when you said back when I lived in the.
Of course.
Yeah, Jones will get them a table, sit down, and pull a couple chairs over to it so everyone can.
Yeah, like nachos and beer are awesome. That's kind of got to be a pain in the ass. Pardon my French.
so like Elizabeth is a little out of touch with the reality. So her purse and the Big Mac. Will $300 be enough to cover you?
Big Mac's eyes light up. That's plenty.
She's just like, okay, and hands you like $300.
Thank you, thank you. She's like super excited. Like you see her eyes light up. And she
From a wealthy family, she was a little spoiled.
Big Mac is gonna order some nachos and then order a round of beers. She'll actually find some decent beers. She won't just order some crappy beers.
That's fair. So she'll start drinking it without even thinking about it.
She sets them down in front of you guys.
Jones will say, "I'm allergic, so I'll have to pass."
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want something else?
I think I'm okay. I'll be designated driver.
You have a car?
Sure.
She raises an eyebrow.
We know people that have cars. Does that count?
Sure.
All right.
So, like, this isn't even paying attention. She's just drinking this beer, texting away. Then, like, 2 minutes later, she looks up with the realization, puts the beer down, and excuses herself to the bathroom.
Is she all right?
Like she said, very sensitive stomach.
Oh, that's the suck.
She's been wonderful. Amazing.
So, you from here?
I'm not now. I moved down here from Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota. So you're from up north too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's neato. I like I said, I'm from Chicago, but then I moved out to LA. Got into some trouble. Called some feminazi the C word, and well, they didn't like that. I kind of got ran out. But in all fairness, she deserved it.
What did she do to deserve it?
Doing horrible things to people that were younger than her. Just to teach them lessons. She was supposed to be a teacher. Totally totally fail, and she gives like 2 thumbs down.
0
I
out of
didn't
10.
like it, so I let her have it. Turns out her and her buddies didn't really like it. And now I'm here.
So
As-
Elizabeth is gonna come back and give you what remains of her beer.
As Elizabeth walks back to her seat, knocks on the door, and he kind of surveys the room, and he sees Big Mac, and he smiles real widely, and he calls out from the door, "Hey, Big Mac!"
She jumps up, hearing a familiar voice. Jackson! And she runs over the door and hugs him.
He will actually pick her up off the ground when she hugs him, and then set her back down.
Hey man, how's it going?
Oh, it's going good. I thought I saw some Big Mac wrappers on the ground outside, so I thought I'd pop my head in and see if you were in here. Why don't we go meet your friends? He says as he looks at the people she was
We
sitting
should
with.
really pick those up. I'm gonna need those later.
And he pulls them out of his pocket.
You are amazing.
He chuckles. Let's go meet your friends.
All right.
As he walks over to the bar.
Well, you should probably get a drink. And she points to the table. We're hanging out over there.
Yeah, I get you. I'll meet you over there, he says.
All right. Did you see a dominatrix on your way here, by the way?
He kind of frowns and says, "You know, if I did, I don't think I'd be here right now."
Touche.
And he'll wave at Jones and Elizabeth because he saw them sitting with Big Mac.
The way Jones is sitting, he's got that classic, like, I'm here, I don't particularly want to be here. Where his arms just like fold, like, just flop down by his side, and he's just kind of slouching over in the chair.
Gotcha.
Like, just kind of raise his arm and flop around and then put it back down to his side.
I gotcha.
Why do you like
Before I gained my allergy
So what have you been up to all night?
to treat my crippling social anxiety, but then I gained my allergies, and now I cannot.
Did you like it? I don't blame you. I don't like it either.
Jackson will walk over with the water. He's just drinking water, and he'll sit down and say, "Oh, it's nice to see everyone. And Elizabeth, it's very good to see you again." He's just smiling at her. One of his big, wide, toothy grins.
I roll something into a point at her own mouth. Take her.
And he'll kind of frown and say, "Oh, what are you talking about?"
Hey, you see it, right?
His teeth.
Like right there. Matt.
Big Mac looks, and John actually said that's a perk alert.
I think she's talking about. I'm confused. Who is Elizabeth saying has something in their mouth?
She is saying that to Jackson. She is actually just trying to fuck with him.
He'll kind of.
Oh, okay.
He'll kind of like frown, and then he will no shit pull out a little fucking like compact and check. And I'll say, "I knew you were messing with me. It was a good joke, anyways." He'll say, and he puts the compact back with a big old grin.
Yeah. Big Mac will grab a nacho chip off a plate of nachos, and it's loaded with shit, and she'll shove it in Jackson's face. Nacho?
He kind of goes, "Oh, sure, I guess." Kind of like start kind of like leaning backwards in surprise.
Here, as it's like dripping everywhere.
He'll just like bite it out of her hand.
She smiles. Anyone else? She looks at Elizabeth. Sorry, I know the sensitive stomach problem. But you said nachos and they just sounded so good.
She kind of just said.
Jones will
Jones, you
decline
want one?
and say, I had a big meal before I came out.
She shrugs. More for me. So, like, what about you, Elizabeth? Like, are you from New Orleans, or did you move here from somewhere else, like I did, or what?
Oh God, no, I'm not from here.
Here?
My grandfather insisted I come here for business-related reasons.
What kind of a business do you have?
Well, I'm next in line to inherit the family business. I'm not quite sure what he does, but he's kind of terrifying, so I'm just gonna go along with it.
You should probably find that out before you inherit the business.
Yeah, that you really should know what you're getting into, like mob or something.
Oh no, it's not the mall.
Are you sure about that?
That is the one thing I am sure about.
Okay.
Like that's not really a business you want to inherit, right? Like you don't want to be some mob boss, do you?
Consider that. That might be fun.
It's not worth it.
Jackson just kind of looks up and says, "Mob, my sister worked in the mob for a bit," and then goes back to eating nachos.
What? Are you a mob baby?
He chuckles and says, "No, she was just doing some contract work, I think." And he says this completely straight face too. And as he sets down his plate, his thing of nachos, he just kind of looks around at you and says, "So, is this just a happenstance, or were we all having some super secret meeting or something?"
Just hanging out. Why, you got something you want to talk about, Jackie boy?
No, I'm just kind of riding the waves, just kind of seeing what's going on.
Gotcha. There was like a little bit of discussion earlier about the but
Okay. Well,
figure out what we could do. Hey, that reminds me. Elizabeth, maybe you could talk to the owner of this place. It's not a brewery, but maybe they'd be willing to help with something.
Yeah. I don't know where he is, but
I don't know who it is either, but it was just a thought. It doesn't hurt to like branch out, wherever you go. You never know. Someone might like the idea as much as we do.
yeah.
And, probably more likely to listen to you because, well, and she stands up and she kind of like runs her hands like down her sides from like to her hips, and she's like, because, well, You look at me and well, you know. She just kind of does that awkwardly and then sits back down. They're more likely to take you seriously, I think.
Is it because I have money?
I'm sure it helps.
I'm sure that definitely helps, but who wants to talk to the homeless girl about
People.
benefit, you know, like festival stuff? They assume that I could be their crack dealer when in fact they're totally wrong.
I mean, but couldn't you though?
And,
No,
when
no,
you
I
when
can't.
you said when you said who would want to talk to other homeless people, and Elizabeth will just kind of slowly raise her finger and point at Jones. Isn't there like some sort of homeless people network that just like gets information really fast or something?
Yes, it's called Nobody Thinks to Look Around These People, and they happen to see things.
You see lots of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Tight knit.
Go find homeless people. They probably saw it.
It's very likely.
Give them some sandwiches, some booze or something, a little money. Is that what you get?
Well, I don't need booze.
Just
I work
Big
for
Macs?
Big Macs. Yeah. Yeah. You get it.
Not really, but you seem slightly obsessed since you've named yourself after Big
Oh,
Mac.
they're so good. They're really good cold, too. Sometimes I'll buy like 2 or 3 and eat one and then hold off on eating the other 2, like save them for later. They're still really good then, too. They kind of stay slightly warm in my pocket. A little squish. A little.
Whenever she like just bursts out with squish, Jones actually jumps a little bit, like he wasn't expecting the word.
Jackson just kind of looks over when he does that and says, "So is squish one of your like words that you just like kind of like moist?"
No, I was expecting her to yell squished.
He kind of shrugs. I feel you. And goes back to eating his nachos.
You like
Oh,
those nachos?
Elizabeth will actually get a private room. Just be like, hey, since you have stuff for the party, I'm gonna get a private room.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, so what's going on?
They're moving to a private room.
Okay.
The social anxiety.
Gotcha.
Now we don't have to scream over each other to hear what we're saying.
That is totally true. This is awesome. See, you can get a private room. I bet you could get someone to agree to sell booze at the festival. Or provide it, you know.
Yeah.
I might be able to make some flyers. She's like some construction paper and Sharpies and some basic art supplies out of her backpack. There's even some glitter tubes and Elmer's glue. Googly eyes.
Borax, you'd have enough to make slime.
Jackson's just kind of like watching as Big Mac is kind of riffling through her stuff.
She pulls a paper punch out and some balloons. She only has 2 Sharpies. But then she pulls out a pack of Crayola markers. I didn't say they'd be anything fancy, but this is what I got. I can make this happen.
Elizabeth is kind of just watching her pull all this stuff out. It has so much, but useful to have like a blanket instead of.
Oh, she pulls a pair. She reaches into the bag and pulls out a a blanket. It looks like worn. It looks old and like worn and torn, but it's a blanket. And she's like, I also got this. She pulls out a pack of Bic lighters. She pulls out a bus card. She pulls out a pocket knife and some newspapers and a deck of cards. There's a couple of spare pairs of clothes. She pulls out a coffee can and a wooden spoon.
Impressed look on his face. That she's pulling out from nowhere.
Jackson kind of looks at her and says, "You sure you aren't a Time Lord or something? Is that your TARDIS or something?"
I don't know what that means.
It's British, so it sucks anyways, but...
And she just kind of puts all the stuff back in the bag. I know how to survive. But yeah, I can totally make some flyers if you want. Like I said, they won't be anything fancy, but...
I mean, couldn't you just go to the library or something and make one?
I mean, I guess, but... It's more fun.
Sorry? You actually cut out there.
Oh, she said I could, but glitter is just so much more fun.
You mean I'm sure they have glitter at the library?
Glitter is the herpes of the craft world.
That's a good one, Elizabeth. That is a good one. I love it.
Jackson's eyes kind of light up.
I once pranked a guy by mailing him a glitter bomb.
Hey, Big Mac.
Yeah, Jackie boy.
So, you know that dude we got to do the thing with soon?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
Sissy
glitter
pants.
glitter is really hard to get out of your hair, you know. He kind of smiles at her evilly.
She smiles and claps a little. Oh, you're bad. I love it.
He chuckles and winks. And when he winks at Elizabeth too, just to keep it equal.
You know, I wonder if we put like glitter in his hair and used hairspray, would it stick?
I mean, I imagine, but you don't want it to be permanent. It's just teaching
It's
a lesson, isn't
hairspray.
it? I mean, yeah, but let's be honest. How often does that dude probably bathe?
I mean, I put googly eyes on his back once. They're not there anymore.
I mean, maybe. He smiles at Elizabeth and Jones. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you guys out of the conversation. You guys doing all right? As he does one of his big grins.
Baby oil and superfine glitter. They'll never get it out.
Mailbox.
He doesn't have a mailbox, so that won't work, sadly.
Mailbox and then put a rat in it.
He could.
A mailbox with a rat in it?
Yeah.
Big Mac just shakes her head.
Jackson kind of looks at her.
No. Rats are too awesome to be shoved in a box.
What a mailbox is, anyways.
I wouldn't be.
I mean, he kind of leans in closer to Jones and whispers, "He's kind of not the brightest."
Yeah.
That's not two people like that. I know that thing.
It's kind of impressive.
But yeah. Just get like a bucket, fill it with baby oil and superfine glitter, mix it together, and glitter in places that will exist for a decade.
Yes, this plan is coming together very nicely.
I like this. We'll have to plan very appropriately. Knee pants.
Lindsay,
I'll,
does your character have pure breed? I can't. Her overlay isn't loading.
Oh, yes, she does. She has pure breed 3.
Okay. So Jackson will smell that and go to get her when you intro. Since we're in a private, because we're in a private room, but he'll smell her and come and grab her.
Okay, yeah. So another Garu is gonna enter the bar, and she has a fairly decent ton of pure breed.
Private room. Jackson will kind of perk up and he'll say, "I'll be right back, Big Mac. Save my spot." So he heads out to go see her.
I would say that since I'm sure that they've both been on Sept before, that they would vaguely recognize each other.
Yeah, maybe not like know each other's names, but they should probably at least recognize each other's faces.
Oh, yes.
He'll kind of wave as he pops out of the back room. He'll kind of wave at her.
She'll look and it'll register and she'll nod, and I'm sure she can smell the Shadow Lord pure breed coming off of him. So she'll grab herself a drink and come on back.
And he'll lead her back. He'll just kind of explain that him and Big Mac, and he'll introduce himself, obviously. He'll say that him and Big Mac met a couple people, and they've just been hanging out at the bar. So yeah, they'll come back. Yeah. Yay!
I saved you some nachos, man.
I'm glad to hear.
Jackson's seat.
Jackson will just kind of look at her, and he seems to be weighing something in his head. Be thinking something over. And he'll just sit on her lap. It was my seat. You took it, so.
Talia will smile.
Is she comfy, Jackie boy?
Right quick.
Oh dear. Oh dear, here we go.
Ow. Jones, who is dressed in all black and everything, is just like, so, will kind of give a floppy arm wave to the newcomer.
So Talia will just give a little wave. Is everybody present, Garu?
No.
No. Okay. Then she'll just say I'm Talia.
You know what?
I'm
She's
Ray, and my friends call me Big Mac.
buff her strength and just shove you out of her lap.
And he'll just kind of grunt as she pushes on his lap. Oh, fine, whatever. I'll get another seat then.
Talia will sit down with the group.
Yeah, Jackson will
Looking
go
a
sit
little
next to
sus
Talia.
at Jackson, like, what the fuck? Shadow Lord.
He, you know, seeing that sus look, he will go and sit at this chair on her left side.
Think people with glitter. Glitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just started Glitter War. It's gonna wind up. You could do that baby oil and glitter mixer, except in a super soaker. Yeah.
I don't know. He might freak out if he thinks we're carrying a gun. He's kind of got bad eyesight.
But a super soaker is neon colors. You
I
just fill it with
actually-
baby oil and glitter.
Even with bad eyesight.
Hmm?
Something really brave, we could put like food coloring in it.
Yeah, but that would mess up his hair that he's so proud of. I mean, we're gonna put glitter in it, but
Ooh, what color food dye should I put
Going
in
to
it?
put glitter in your hair?
not my hair.
Oh.
Someone else's hair.
She kind of pouts. Like, that would be funny to see.
I mean, he kind of chuckles and goes, I mean, I'd look fabulous with glitter in my hair, but I mean,
But she kind of smiles and goes,
Yeah,
there's the Shadow Lord arrogance I was looking for. Yes. That's what she thinks in her head, is there's the Shadow Lord arrogance I was looking for. And she just smirks.
Big Mac kind of like rubs her hands on his like facial hair and she says, "This will look glorious with glitter in it too."
he laughs, pondering the idea, and he says, "You know what? It'll be his warning. When he sees me around with glitter, man, that'll be his warning. It'll send a message that he needs to stop doing what he's doing, or he's gonna get glitter bombed." I'm always beautiful, he says, but he winks at Big Mac when he says that.
I love your confidence, Jackie boy. I love it.
Hey, you only got so many things you can be in your life, and I just find confidence one of the best ones to be.
I like the way you think.
He smiles at Talia. It's a very big smile. He says, "Well, thank you, ma'am." Else he does the toothy sorts of grins.
He's like, you bastard, showing me teeth. God. But she's thinking, and she looks at him all sus, like, oh, I see you. I see you.
And he'll just really subtly wink at her before turning
He
back
shakes
to
her
the
head.
group.
God.
Oh, what if I put some glitter in his hairbrush?
Do it. You know, you can get like you can get that the sticky body glitter, put it in his hairbrush.
Does he use a hairbrush, though, is my question.
Get him a hairbrush and then put the glitter on it.
I mean, I know what we can do. We can get him a hairbrush so that he has it no matter what. And we can say it's an apology for how disrespectful we were acting the other night.
What about brush?
he just laughs.
I mean, just get the super
Mine will
concentrated.
ever be so shiny.
Just get like the super concentrated food coloring.
Yes.
Jackson kind of leans back, like crosses his hands behind his head, or threads his hands behind his head. He says, "Well, this is gonna be fun."
This is so fun. So much fun.
So, Ty, you want to help?
Why not? I haven't had any excitement lately.
He kind of chuckles. Yeah, this will be great.
Oh, he's gonna be so shiny. He'll be beautiful. Maybe it'll boost his confidence.
I hope so. He needs it.
Yes, he does.
He'll kind of look at the group and say, "You guys want some more nachos? I'm gonna go grab some more nachos. Do you guys want any more nachos?"
I'll eat some. She'll kind of look at Jones and Elizabeth.
Elizabeth will say no thank you.
Oh, I got a BRB.
Alia will eat some nachos. Why not?
Yeah, nachos! Big Macs are still totally better, though. These nachos are good, don't get me wrong, but nothing beats a big, meaty, juicy Big Mac.
Maybe we should have a glitter fight at the festival.
Glitter cannons!
Can
For the people that go.
we make those? Pretty sure we can figure out a way to make those.
Oh, totally. Spring-loaded glitter bombs. It would just be a bigger version, right?
Oh my god. Yes.
And also just get some PVC pipe and an air compressor. Fashion a maker. But with glitter.
Good thinking.
See, what would we do without you, Jones?
Probably live a less interesting life. Or more interesting, I don't know. Depends on the day.
Those little miniatures AirPod things. You know, the ones that are about the size of a Jackson stick, and she'll make it like a 2-inch. With her fingers. She's not a very nice person.
Jackson pops back in with nachos. Big old plate of nachos.
Nachos.
And he sets it down while snagging 3 nachos for himself and just tossing them up in the air and catching them.
If they weren't mixed company, Talia would totally make a dog joke.
Need some like tunes in here. Oh, I got it. She puts her Walkman in the center of the table, volume up all the way, and lets it bones. Cheeseburger. Bones.
I'm gonna start playing Cheeseburger in Paradise by Jimmy Buffett. She will. She'll pull out her phone and start playing Cheeseburger in Paradise.
I love you. My favorite song.
She'll smile wide. I had a feeling.
The Walkman. That is the only song that this tape has on it. Song ever.
Jackson is just kind of perks up. Oh, we're talking about music. You know, I heard this really great song the other day. It was on the radio. I can't remember the name. It was something in Spanish, but it was a really good song. Really, pumps you up sort of song.
Like what? Were you listening to like Ricky Martin or something?
No, this was like newer stuff. I know his music. This was something new.
Excuse me. What? The nachos were good.
I'm a character, guys. I gotta get up pretty early, so I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna hop off.
Okay, bye, Kim.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
So I suppose that we can assume that their characters also get up and leave.
Yes.
So after that happens, Talia will then actually introduce herself. Because she hasn't actually met either of you. And she'll say, I'm Talia Howard, Heals the Broken Stories. I'm a Galliard of the Uctena and a Cleath.
Jackson will nod and say, Big Mac, you want to go first?
I'm Ryan Lewis. My friends, like I said, call me Big Mac. I am born under a new moon, and
I would have never guessed that.
I'm one of Rat's children.
Oh. I would have never have guessed either of those. She just chuckles. And she looks at Jackson.
He throws another notch up in the air, catches it, and says, Jackson Williams, rings around the world, born on 2 legs to Grandfather Thunder's children. Born under a new moon, or full moon, and Cleath. You know what? In character, I'm going to keep that as in character. That's going to be an in character thing. He actually makes that mistake in character.
Oh,
I'm
God.
gonna keep that.
Gonna be a ragaroon.
Yes.
She chuckles. And she says, well, it's nice to meet you both.
Nice
So,
to meet you too.
It's great to meet you, but just a heads up, the dude we're gonna prank is like, you know that old Silverfang
Totally
Alpha?
the gatekeeper.
I'm so in. I'm so in. You have no idea.
We kind of met him the other day on Sept, and we're kind of like, you know, this dude's way too mopey. He needs to get some of his chutzpah back, you know?
I agree with
So we're gonna
that
embarrass him.
wholeheartedly.
We went to go talk to him to ask him about the singing tree and about it. Like, wasn't supposed to do anything. Like, and he blatantly admitted that it was a place of power. But he was like, "It ain't my job. I don't got to do nothing about it." It was like hell, you don't got to do nothing about it. You're one of Gaia's too. Like,
So currently, it's looking like we're gonna glitter bomb him.
this Ojo back. Like,
Oh,
I blatantly insulted a Silver Fang, and he didn't even get mad. Moon is here.
she kind of furrows her brow like, you insulted a Silverfang and they didn't get offended.
No,
What kind of Silverfang? She just shakes her head.
Jackson's
Yes,
kinda,
we need to
one that
glitter bomb
clearly
the-
needs to get his groove back.
exactly.
Stella.
So we're gonna. Yes, you know we should call him Stella. Just call her
Good.
Stella.
Jackson just leans forward and says, "You know, he's the exact kind of Silverfang that my tribe was made for."
Exactly.
Oh,
She'll nod. She'll be like, "I'm gonna ignore the fact
Jackie
that
boy, I love
I'm gonna
the way
ignore
you
the
think.
fact that you're a Karen stealer and just agree with you right now." Like- No, she was fostered with children of Gaia, so she doesn't have quite the bias against Shadow Lords that the rest of her tribe does.
He's just gonna kind of
So-
pick up another nacho. Help yourself to the nachos; they're great.
Yeah,
Really good, you know.
she'll start
Elizabeth
munching on the
totally,
nachos.
like, bought me my first tray of nachos.
You know, that Elizabeth woman. I mean, not to say anything, but she was like, did you see how strong she was for such a petite woman? Like, I wonder if she was like a guru with no period or something.
Like one of them Amazons.
Not I wouldn't say that level of strength. It was like her way more strength than she looked like she would.
I guess I didn't pay much attention.
If we find a Philodox and we meet her again, you know, I'll learn a scent of the true form. See if I can get a read on her.
And, learn that one for my own reasons.
He nods.
You know.
That's good to have.
Cool. Especially with all those Draculas and Gandalfs running around.
He kind of raises an eyebrow. I get the first one, but the second one. Are there old white dudes with long beards like raiding the stores or something?
You totally missed a whole conversation, didn't you, man?
I did. It's probably while I was getting nachos. Did I mention I love nachos? This is he takes it and throws it in the air and catches it.
No, man, this is before we went and talked to Bird Nuts.
He's thinking. I
Conversation about Gandalfs and Dumbledores. You don't remember?
not at the moment. It's probably just
Like, you know,
escaping me.
Like in Merlin's? Really? You don't remember that conversation? That's how
I remember a little bit.
They're like magicians, like Merlins and Gandalfs running around. Wizards. There's wizards.
I remember a bit now.
Yeah. Like wouldn't that gift be handy in discerning, like, you know, that guy's a freaking Dracula and then there's Merlin over there?
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
I mean, I wouldn't want to piss off Merlin, would you?
No,
Yeah.
please no. Oh,
It depends. If I'm Morgan Le Fay, I'd be perfectly okay with it. You know-
shakes her head. Well,
I really like
it's
that. I really
fair.
like that you're in a rune, but you're not all serious and stuff. Thank you for that. You're so refreshing.
Great.
God.
He chuck says, I'm not supposed to talk about this, but the whole reason I moved over here is because I couldn't stand how stuck up most of my tribe was.
Oh, I
Couldn't
will
stand
not
living in
say.
their cities.
I will not say that you said that, but I really appreciate your perspective.
He chuckles.
I am so glad that your thumb isn't rammed all the way up your ass.
Yes,
Some are.
there are some
It's
that
awesome.
have their heads so far up their ass that they can see out their mouths. Yes,
I don't know. I think that's just skill.
right.
Like, that sounds pretty impressive the way you describe it.
No, actually, if they could do that, then the Silverfangs would probably try and follow suit just so that they can prove that they're still better.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
you can get
that
the
we
shoulders up there
exist.
too.
I'm not saying that we exist to fix their mistakes, but I'm just saying, Silverfang fucking up, then you do a Shadow Lord fucking up.
Mhm.
Yeah, we gotta show what's up. Like, yeah. And that'll just get his anger aroused at least. We need to do something.
And he says, well, once we get him roused up, I can try and keep his attention for a bit. But before we do that, he kind of looks around at the two of them and says, we work pretty well together. Would you making a temporary pack, at least so we can work together with, the guidance of a spirit while we work on this?
Talia will nod. She'll say, I would like to join a pack, and I like the two of you. I think we could work together and see how we really mesh, and then decide something official later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
You like that?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, I like that.
Awesome.
I'll add a character. I'll be right back because my dad just got home. So
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get another beverage.
Another beverage.
If you have to get a beverage, now is the time.
Right?
I'll be back.
Okay.
all right, sorry, I'm back.
She'll look at them and she'll say, I know of another that would probably work well with us that could join us. He's a red talon theurge. His name is Unchained.
And he'll kind of nod and say, we can definitely hit him up about it.
I know that he and I work well together. We have before. So, and I like him. I think he'd fit in well.
And he'll nod. We can definitely contact him about it. It'd be a good thing, I think. But he says, looking at his watch, I do have some places to get going. So trade numbers, then get in
Yes.
contact later this week.
Definitely.
Gotcha.
Definitely. Sounds good. And yeah, they'll trade numbers and all that. And yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll make sure to trade numbers with both of them. And if everyone's good, we can end there.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching, and stay tuned for more.